Hello, wine lovers. I'm going through some of my recently blind tasted wines, and here we are in southern Bordeaux in the appellation of Grave. This is Grand Enclos du Château de Cerons, a quite historic property. And today, the Grand Enclos is actually a 10-hectare parcel surrounding the chateau with an additional 20 hectares of the Podensac Plateau. So, very gravelly soils. And what I like, particularly when it comes to the white wine, which is much smaller in production than the red. So quite a treasure. It's the high percentage of Semillon. I always thought that Semillon was the heart and soul of white Bordeaux before people started to fall for the light, fresh Sauvignon style. So the Semillon here, which is more than 50% older vineyards, it's barrel fermented, and I think that the complexity of Semillon kind of needs a hint of oak to open up and to share its that lovely richness, that texture. The rest, which is around 40% of Sauvignon, mainly steel tank for freshness and zest. And then we have around 10% of Sauvignon Gris as well, which always gives very exotic grapefruit, very floral notes. And 22 now, which is showing a fine drinkability already, a bit more tropical than the 23, more yellow fruit, more towards the pineapple. Yet we do have that refreshing herbaceous spiciness I very often refer to in white Bordeaux, the lemongrass, the lime, the citrus zest, the floral hints. And it's you certainly feel the weight and the texture on the palate coming mainly from Semillon. So I think this is a very fine balance between the fresh, the zesty, and the rich and the unctuous coming from there. Oak is well integrated. You don't really think of oak unless you think about it. You don't really feel it too much on the palate. Good density, good persistency. Lovely to drink now, but like most great Bordeaux, it's certainly a wine that could be aged for another 10 years, depending on the style of wine you do prefer. I like this very much anyway. Enjoy.